Welcome to another edition of ERB Reviews. My name is Mike Mascaro, and here we have today is the GreatShield DP Series Dual Protection Rugged Shell and Holster Case for the iPhone 4 and the iPhone 4S. This product was brought to me exclusively by SF Planet, and we're here to talk a little bit about it. So let's get into it. So the OtterBox obviously was a very popular choice over the years for that kind of higher grade rugged protection offered by different case manufacturers. OtterBox obviously being one of the more popular ones, but it was a pretty expensive solution. OtterBoxes range from $50 to $100, and I'm sure you can find them cheaper in some places. But this product here, brought to you by SF Planet, is called the GreatShield, and this is a dual protection rugged shell case, and it does have a belt clip holster and also has a kind of a rubbery ruggedized exterior, and also has a shell to clamp in the iPhone to guarantee additional protection and shock absorption. So let's just take a look at it here and pull it out of the case. Again, what we have here is a pretty traditional belt clip. It does pivot, so you can change positions on your belt clip if you like. Also has a nice catch here on the bottom of it inside there, so it does really clip nice and tight onto your belt. Other than that, it's pretty much your standard holster here, made out of fairly hard plastic. I mean, it sounds like it could take a lick and keep on ticking. I probably wouldn't throw it against a wall multiple times, but I think it could probably do a fairly good job protecting the backside. So that's the holster, pretty basic there. Here we have the basic case. Looks like an OtterBox, quite honestly. When you look at it at first, I've compared it to some other OtterBoxes, and very identical. Has a clear window here for the Apple logo on the backside. Camera has perfect alignment, so no issues there. And you have your multi-dot connector with a protected rubberized door, so no dirt. Certainly not moisture proof, but certainly will protect it from some grit and sand and things getting in there. Also, you have your speaker and your microphones in the bottom, and then the top here you have your headphone jack and the on-off button on the top there. The on-off button is protected with a kind of a rubber button there, kind of covers it entirely, and the headphone jack is covered with a rubber flap, and I don't know if you can see that in there. Kind of get in there a little bit, peels back, and you can kind of just push it down there if you're not using it. Again, on the other side here, we have the volume buttons. They seem to line up perfectly. No problems there, because they are also, as with the headphone jack, you can see it is covered, and they're actually push style that go over the top of it. On the front here, no problems here with any of the alignments. You have the speaker, the earpiece speaker, and you also have the camera, the front-facing forward camera, no problems there as well. So everything lines up great. Also, the home button has also a rubberized home button protection here, so you can kind of give that a quick tap. And then, of course, you have a clear plastic protection, very similar to the OtterBox. Now, I keep saying very similar to the OtterBox because the OtterBox generally can run you, like I said before, from $50 to, even for the iPad ones when they originally came out, were somewhere, I think, in the ballpark of $100, depending on what series you get. This unit here costs $27.99 at www.sfplanet.com is where I got this one. And I find it as a great alternative. Certainly cost-conscientious people might want to take a look at this. I find it as an excellent alternative, and I think you might enjoy it. Now, in a second here, we're going to show you a quick assembly and disassembly of it so you can see how the iPhone inserts into the case and how you get it all set up. Okay, so we're back here, and we're going to show you basically how you would install your iPhone with this device. So you have the rubberized protection outing, very flexible, typical pliable rubber exterior to protect it from bumps and scratches, kind of that typical rubber bumper material. And then here you basically have the two-piece front and back system, very similar to any of the cases that have been out like this before. So, and as you suspect, it's again a clear window here on the back. Probably can't see that in the camera, but there is protection for the Apple logo, but there is no protection for the camera, and that's not uncommon in a lot of these. So this is an open window here, but the Apple logo is protected. So and again, you have a clear plastic window here for obviously the touchscreen on the iPhone. So if you let's see if we can get here and get arranged real quick. So you just get the iPhone very simply. And I guess you could probably do this a number of different ways or a couple different ways, but just going to get it situated inside the holster like that. It's not really rocket science. And you want to get this front piece over here on top, and you want to get it to line up. And it's really not that tricky, except that I'm doing it upside down here. You just want to get it in here and just click it together. Now, you'll notice here, before I click it together, that there are snaps on the side here. I don't know if the camera will pick those up, but there's really 4 points of contact here that'll snap in and secure the front and the back together. So you get 2 on the side there, and then you have another 2 there. Now, you do need a screwdriver to get those off if you want to, but I guess the meaning is that it really is snapped in tight. I'm sorry, actually, there's a top clamp as well. So there you go. So you got 2 on the side, 1 on the top. So you really get a good snug fit there. And then, of course, you want to get the rubber case on here to protect it fully. So let's see if we can get back here and focus. And you get this kind of on like so. And this just slips around like a normal cover. And you kind of get it around the front there. And I have to say, what I actually admire about this case as well is there's these little tabs on the front. And before I put the case on, I'll show you. There's one here, there's one here. And they actually did a good job. They have a couple grooves in the side here. So what it does is it actually pulls that skin around, and it gives it a really snug fit. So it really snaps into place really nicely. Gives it a nice custom finish there. The case really, for $27.99 at sfplanet.com, you really can't complain, for everything that it's offering you. I mean, it's a great fit. Everything lines up perfectly. And there you go. Less than probably a couple minutes. And that was even doing it upside down. So there it is. That again, you can pick this up at www.sfplanet.com. And it's called the GreatShield DP Series Dual Protection. And it's made for the iPhone 4 and the iPhone 4S.